And as rightly said by our pediatrician friend, you are a colony. You are a colony of 100 trillion human cells. And we were not monkeys like what Mendel and others in the West. And we were not monkeys, snakes, and then we became man. No, we were men to begin with. And we have been here for 900,000 years, in 50,000 generations. This modern medicine is about 50 years old, 100 years old. Now, what happened for those lakhs and lakhs of years that you and I were here, or our ancestors were here, without doctors, hospitals, modern gadgets, and bypass surgery and angioplasty? If, as we now believe that if you don't go for a checkup every month, you're going to die, those people should have died long back, and we should have been extinct. Before the dinosaurs, we should have been extinct. But we didn't die. If you take the history, 1,000 years ago, there were centenarians. 10,000 years ago, there were centenarians. Today also there are centenarians. Very interesting study was done of death pattern. Actuarial graph, it's called, statistics. There was a very famous actuary in Britain. His name was Benjamin Crumpets. Crumpets lived in the 17th century. He had drawn up a graph of how people die. It's a very nice graph. Recently, his graph was rediscovered somewhere in Nottingham where he lived. Somewhere they were digging for something else, his graphs came up. Now you just juxtapose that with the present graph. Very interesting. Only thing is, in the beginning, the early part of life, say from birth to about 20 years, death rate has almost disappeared and it's become flat. But beyond that, it is the same graph which fits in so beautifully with the old graph. That means in the olden days, children used to die of smallpox, cholera, mumps, measles. Mumps, measles are not that bad. Plague, which Surat had some time ago. Plague used to be very rampant those days. And cholera, you must see, when I was a student in the 50s, we used to go to the ID hospital posting in the morning, infectious disease hospitals. By the time you come for lunch, we have lost about 100 children. Cholera. We used to have epidemics of cholera sometimes. And this is not only to India. This happened in every country. America boasts of great things. Water supply to New York City was not there in the 19th century. Can you believe that? Aaron Brunn, who was the mayor of New York City, who became the third president of the United States of America, got a multi-million-dollar grant for supplying water, clean drinking water to New York City. You ask our police officer, do you know what Aaron did? He drew water from a putrid pond near the Canal Street. Now what you see in America, you go to Canal Street, there is a pond there. He drew water from there, and all these millions, he started a bank. JB Morgan Chase Bank. So corruption is not India's. JB Morgan Chase Bank was started with the money which was given for New Yorkers to have water supply. And what happened in New York? Every year thousands died of cholera. Because that putrid water was coming from the toilets of all the nearby places. And people started dying. And then, after so many years, he became the president of United States of America, he died, etc., etc. In 1842, for the first time, they got water supply from the Canton River. What does it mean? Politics is the play of rich people. They play games on human lives. And nobody bothers about. See, today I get sometimes worried as to why the drug companies and the five-star hospitals do what they do. Then I go back to Aaron Brunn and say, okay, he did the same thing. I want to make money. It doesn't matter what happens to you.